I'm Amy Cherry. There's a dozen new guests at the Green Roof Inn. Rich Petchke has the story.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office Special Investigations Unit arrested 12 people as a result of an undercover sex for sale operation. The sting operation was set up after complaints came into the department about prostitution services being advertised in the county. According to a news release, one man offered cocaine in exchange for sexual services. That man was identified as Jeffrey Noden Jr., and in addition to the prostitution charge, he now faces multiple drug charges. I'm Rich Petchke.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
Palm Coast is working on improving its emergency response to storms in the wake of Hurricane Irma. City leaders have identified more than 24 recommendations in the wake of the September storm. They include adding locations for sandbags, restructuring contracts with national debris haulers, and communicating better with assisted living facilities. City officials say since Hurricane Matthew last year, they already made improvements that helped them out this time around. Debris removal was probably the trickiest issue. Since Hurricane Harvey happened before Irma, many national companies couldn't send trucks as quickly. We saw more rain than usual last month in Flagler County, making 2017 the wettest year in more than 2 decades. Northwest Palm Coast hit the rain jackpot with nearly 7 inches. Flagler Beach saw 5 3/4 inches, while Bunnell saw about 5 inches. Just to give you an idea, usually we see about 2.5 inches of rain each November. The Climate Prediction Center says this month has about an equal chance of above or below average rainfall. The wettest year ever on record was in 1995. The next phase of the Flagler Playhouse expansion has been unveiled. Here's John Arking with a look.
Flagler Playhouse President Monica Clark said the expansion includes a new lounge area and an open atrium space that will give guests more comfortable areas to wait in before shows. Clark says the first phase of the expansion was of a more practical nature.
We had always had 3 phases in mind in the early planning. Phase 1 was on the other side of the building where it was a much more practical part. We put in storage for props and furniture, a workroom to build sets, and then of course we have wings going up onto the stage, which we hadn't had before. So now after that was built, we had the ability to roll set pieces on, whereas before we had to have everything on stage and just manipulate things around to try and make it work.
The Phase 2 ribbon cutting had been set for early September, but was delayed until last Wednesday due to Hurricane Irma. John Arking, Flagler's Morning News.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.